I'm going to grind a primary bevel on this blade. It's a very old Stanley blade, before 1874. Comes from a transitional, a number 30, which is a 22-inch long transitional plane. The blade has got almost 2 inches of metal below the slot, so this blade has been rarely used. The bevel as it is now is about 30-degree angle, much too steep, and it's also high on this corner by 32nd of an inch, so in grinding I'm probably going to have to take a bit more off on this side of the blade. So to start out, I'm going to set the bench stone in the jig. The trick with this jig is that it can get the bench stone in the same plane as the wide part of the jig to guarantee that you've got a flat grinding surface. So you put the jig down, face down on a flat surface. If the surface isn't flat, it's not going to work. You put this board inside on top, tighten the wing nuts, tighten them evenly or you'll get the thing out of whack, a bit here, a bit there. Now that this board is longer than the stone, so you've got to be careful when you turn it over because the stone will just fall out. Ready to go here. I'm going to do this on one of these non-slip things to keep the stone vise from wandering all over the place. I use a lot of oil when grinding, so I'm going to use the full length of the stone. This jig is a slanted jig. This angle is 50 degrees. It happens with this blade and this jig. The extension is 4 inches, 4 and 13/16 inches, which I've written here. Almost all blades will be about the same unless they're very thick. So I'm going to now grind this. First of all, getting the oil evenly on the surface of the stone. And when you're grinding, I keep my hand very close to the edge and apply a lot of pressure at the edge. You can hear grinding sound. This blade, because it has a 30-degree angle, all the grinding right now is occurring at the back of the bevel, but we'll get up to the edge in no time. Working back and forth across the stone to keep wear on the stone even. We're almost across the bevel, about halfway across. Check again. This is the high side. We're getting there a little sooner than the other side, but that's okay. Almost at the edge on the high side. Take a little longer on the other side. it's at the edge on this side. It's a bit high. Still a bit back from the edge here. Put a little more oil on this, rub it around and blot off the excess filings and bits of stone. Put a bit more oil on. So we're through the edge there, almost to the edge on this side. That's almost close enough to try honing. We'll do a bit more on this side. Gone through the edge, so we're grinding right through. We got a burr there, and it's very, very close to the edge across here. That's done pretty well now. You might find after honing that we get a very wide micro bevel here, and we'll come back, or a wide micro bevel on this side. We come back and do a little more grinding. But that's about the worst case you can have. A blade that's I got a 30-degree primary to start. You have to take it back down to 25.